Hey there, thanks for tuning into Duckbricks. I'm Chris, and I am incredibly excited to announce that the winner of the Lariska Bionicle Fanon contest has just been decided and voted in by all of you. So in case you aren't aware, over the past several months, I've been running a series of Bionicle Fanon contests where folks compete to earn a review on this channel and a wide variety of really exciting prizes as well. And the Lariska contest has been our craziest yet, featuring 42 different prizes and 4 different winners who will go home with at least a subset of these prizes. And so it has been a very long journey getting here, and I want to say a big thank you and congratulations to everybody who participated so far, to all the entrants, where we got nearly 150 entries, to my amazing review team who was able to really just go through every single one, check the breakdown photos, check everything, so that's been really fantastic. And all in all, everyone who voted and participated in the discourse over at Discord, thank you all so much for all of your input on these Fanon contests. But now it's time to announce the winners. And so, we will be counting down the winners from 6th place all the way up to 1st place out of these 6 main finalists. I am so excited to get started and get into this.
But before we get started, there is one thing I do want to talk about before we actually announce the winners, because this does pertain to the future of the Fanon contest. And since this is such a big contest, I kinda wanted to draw out the suspense of announcing the winners as long as possible. So y'all are gonna have to wait. Let's get into this. Over the course of this contest, I ran a future schedule poll, where essentially I asked people if they wanted the golden skinned being to be the next contest, which would feature some chromed prizes and custom pieces, or did you want something else? And if you wanted something else, then I basically provided the list of pretty much every single character possible. I may have forgotten a few, but this is basically all the popular ones in terms of what folks want to do. And then I also had a few questions about the yesterday questers and whatnot if you selected them. But now it's time to talk about the results of this poll. So initially, the golden skinned being was going to be the next contest from November to December of this year. But now it's time to talk about the results. So after getting nearly 300 responses, I was pretty surprised to see that yes, people do want the golden skinned being to be the next main character contest. However, I did want to add a few other notes to that and a few caveats because I actually think that it might be a little bit better to shuffle some things around. So taking a look at the folks who answered no, there was an overwhelming request for Toa Nadiki to be the next main character contest. To me, this makes a lot of sense, given that we first did Toa 2 yet, and then we did Lariska as the kind of main contest. Toa Nadiki does make a lot of sense to me to have next, because of course they kind of make up a good trio, having been around the same era and being closely tied in story serials with each other. The only other options that posed any sort of threat through Toa Nadiki are these that were tied, which were Red Star Zombies for the filler or open-ended contest, and the Yesterday Questers, which of course Ord, Kiara, and Zarya also got their own little kind of points themselves. Let me see, yeah, we've got little percentages of small votes here for the other rest of them, so I'm going to factor those into the Yesterday Questers as well. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to start off with a fun, spooky filler contest for the Red Star Zombies. Expect this to be announced around the Halloween timeframe, so you can stay tuned for that, with a host of fun prizes. Obviously not as many prizes as we offered for this one. The amount of prizes offered for the Lariska contest was something a little bit special because I knew a lot of people really wanted to have a Lariska contest. We got over 400 votes on that last round to vote for the finalists, and nearly 200 entries, so that was a big one. We're going to be taking a bit of a breather from the important character contest and doing a for fun filler and open-ended contest for the Red Star Zombies. Now again, more details on the rules will be announced probably on Halloween if I can get the prizes in on time, so do stay tuned for that, and I will be elaborating exactly what this means, what you can build, but it's pretty open-ended, so if you want to start working on your entry, definitely feel free to do that. You probably would be able to submit it. We're not really going to be disqualifying many entries here. Following Red Star Zombies, given that the split between the golden skin being next or not was so close, it was 127 votes versus 122, we are just going to slightly delay the golden skin being. And this is for a number of reasons which I'll talk about. But after the Zombies contest, we will have Toa Nadiki as the contest. This will likely close out 2022 or maybe even bleed into January of 2023, finalizing that And then after Toa Nadiki, we will either have a filler contest or we will go straight into the golden skinned being, because I do have some prize ideas ready to go. And what's really great is that actually, literally today, LEGO updated their Pick-a-Brick service, where if you want to buy the Pearl Gold Borak Eye, which previously was very expensive on Bricklink due to being basically exclusive to a few LEGO Bionicle sets in 2006, returned with a Ninjago, you can now actually buy them for 17 sets apiece. They ship directly from LEGO. They ship very fast because they do come directly from LEGO, so you can go crazy. Go to Pick-a-Brick LEGO site on lego.com, literally updated today, October 18th, the day I'm recording this. They actually put these up for sale. So thanks LEGO, that was perfect timing for me to talk about that. So if you wanted to incorporate some of these pieces in your golden skin being MOCs, it is a lot cheaper to do that. And that was really one of my main motivations to having the Golden Skin Being contest happen now. It's because these previously rare and expensive pieces are now a lot more accessible for folks to get. So definitely start buying up and building your entries for that. That will happen early next year, probably January 2023, if not February, if I had to guess, for the Golden Skin Being. But for now, get excited for the Red Star Zombies and the Toa Nadiki contest, because those are the immediate ones to round up the end of this year. Okay, so we have come to a conclusion. Here are all 9 finalists, and it's now time to count them down from 9th place to 1st place to determine the winners of the Lariska Fanon contest. In 9th place, we have one that was actually one of my favorites, Lariska Dark Hunter and Blade Specialist by Alex Mux. This one was a predominantly system-oriented MOC, which I can definitely see is not maybe what Bionicle fans prefer, but I really was impressed by the general build and structure of the actual composition of this character, and if I have the opportunity, I really do want to build this myself IRL because it just is so cool seeing all sorts of different building techniques being used to create a character like this. In 8th place, we have number 2, Lariska the Wise, Wonderful, and Agile Dark Hunter by Ryder BD. This is a fully digital MOC that is really well done, having a great presentation that really does look like the box art or instruction manual of a set itself, but ultimately did not fare too well in the contest compared to the rest, because moving on we have now number 7. This is entry number 6, Lariska Contest Entry Nadiki and Kreka combo model by Katamed. This is a really interesting one that actually is an official combo model, or I guess a combo model of 2 official sets, being Nadiki and Kreka, being something that is probably the most realistic model we would have gotten back in the day if they didn't want to give Lariska a full-on set. I laud the effort to actually make this a combo model, and the best thing is, even though this didn't win, you can always go to the breakdown photos and actually build this yourselves with the pieces from those 2 sets. Moving on to 6th place, we have Lariska by Redistray Zero. This is one that actually incorporates the teal Kakama and a cape into the physical build itself. It is a really interesting one with a silhouette that is distinct from the rest, but at the end of the day, did not make the cut. And now it's time to take a look at 5th place. In 5th place, we have Lariska on the Prowl by AR9914. This is an art entry that did remarkably well even in the finals. I love the composition of this shot in the archives, and you can also see Lekon and the Vakis in there as well. Overall, just a really cool entry that unfortunately did not make it to our top 4. But now it is time to actually go into the top 4. The suspense is building. But before we actually go into the top 4, let's take a look at the prizes. So, as a reminder, the 4th place winner will get a set of all 16 different custom resin eye stock colors produced by my own custom Bionicle store, including all of the different colors, which you can see right here, from trans yellow to trans brown to clear to pink to apple green, all sorts of different colors here. You can see all of the different ones that I currently have produced. Now, just a note here, I actually was able to remodel every single one of these since I initially offered them at my store, to allow the axles to be a lot bigger to make it easier for you to slide in axles through the holes themselves, and also making some custom modifications to the shaping of them just to modify it for resin printing to make them easier to slide in, but also hold in with enough friction should you choose just to hold it in without an axle. All of these should be the best possible versions of the piece that I've produced to date, and these will be going to the 4th place winner. The third place runner-up prize will be getting 2 Blacktron Battle Blades, also produced by my custom store resin printer, where I had to modify the original files for printing, which have been provided by King Sidorak on his online store. So thank you, King Sidorak, for actually being able to go through and model these. Very well done. Great job on the modeling of these to really tie it back to the initial set piece. And of course, I was able to recolor and modify the piece myself to actually have the Blacktron color scheme of the black and transparent neon green. So the third place winner will be getting these. Moving on to the second place winner. The second place winner will be getting an original copy of LEGO Set 8505 Jungle Slicer, provided by Bionicle Iliad. So thank you so much everyone for providing this set. This is a really rare vintage set that is used, but it does come with the original box and cardboard packaging as well. I do not even own the canister and box itself for this model, so this is really cool to actually have in hand. I got it basically to take photos of, and I will be shipping it out in the next few days to the prize winner, whoever it may be. But now it's time to take a look at the first place prize, where the winner will be getting not only the fame and glory from winning the Fanon contest, but also an in-depth Duckbricks Fanon review video, but also the Teal Toa Nuva armor set by Zion Tyros Custom Wares. This exclusive resin-casted armor and mask set is a perfect replica of LEGO's official teal color, celebrating Lariska's Fanon color scheme. The dual-molded teal and transparent blue Kanohi Hao is a special marbled blend and does of course come with Nuva armor to complete the set. The first place winner will also be getting all 16 different resin printed eye stalks in all the different colors to build your own custom mocks and creations, which should be very fun. They also will be getting 2 Blacktron Battle Blades produced by the custom store, so you will be getting a set of these. And finally, a custom commission to produce a unique solid or transparent color mask of your choosing from my custom store. So again, please contact me on Discord with your request. You can pretty much ask for any existing piece that either is a LEGO piece that is a Bionicle mask, or a custom piece that a 3D modeler has provided for free in terms of a digital file in the community. You basically just have your pick on what sort of mask you want. Contact me. I will figure out the color scheme and do it for you. If you want a metallic color, do let me know as well. That will not unfortunately be resin. I've not figured out how to resin print pieces in metallic colors as of yet, but I will print it via my plastic 3D printer, so it is totally up to you. Let's work out what you want and message me for the prize. But enough dilly-dallying, it is time to go back to the Lariska finalists and figure out who are the top 4 winners of the Lariska Fanon contest. In 4th place, we have entry number 3, Lariska the Wise, Wonderful, and Gloriously Homicidal by Sinova32. This is a fantastic digital entry that is really cool, even built in person, which some people have done. I love the shaping of the model as well, plus the custom torso, and because Sinova doesn't actually have access to a lot of other Bionicle pieces, I also will be throwing in a few actual LEGO Bionicle parts, so you can actually build some things physically as well. So don't worry, I got you covered with that. In 3rd place, winning the 2 Blacktron Battle Blades, we have entry number 7, Dark Hunter Lariska by Student Scissors. This is a really interesting one, and honestly, I'm kind of surprised this was not placed even higher. I love the orange arm, which really makes it stand out, and the perfect blend between system and construction. You can see some great pieces being integrated from all different eras of LEGO building, while still retaining the Bionicle feel. And so, this will be taking home the Blacktron Battle Blades. In 2nd place, we have taking home the exclusive Slicer set featuring some teal colors. Entry number 4, Lariska the Dagger by Galva. This is another really unique silhouette for the model itself, with a fully mechanical arm having the piston add-on there, which is a really cool one to be able to use there for a very distinct look and feel for the build itself, and of course retaining that original Bionicle feel, even incorporating some LEGO Ninjago blades as the actual weapons themselves. This will be taking home the original LEGO Teal Slicer set in the jungle. But so, it is now time to announce the first place grand prize winner of the Lariska Fanon contest, and that is the Huntress by Giru100. This is an absolutely deserving winner of the first place prize. Actually going into the topic itself to look at other images of the model itself, you can see just how posable this is and all sorts of fun details about the appearance and look and feel of this model. I, for one, cannot wait to actually build this in person where you can see just how posable it is, and I really appreciate that for the metallic arm, you can actually have the slightly articulatable piston or kind of lift arm type piece here, which is super cool. One thing I really appreciate is the effort that went into creating and crafting the silhouette of this, from first coming up with an art piece to kind of decide the silhouette of it, and also experimenting with how it looks alongside other models, which you can see so many different pictures, including a render that kind of calls back to some of the original LEGO Bionicle arts. Now, of course, this does actually come with full-on instructions and breakdowns, so thank you so much for providing this. This just makes it super easy for me to buy all the pieces and build it myself. I can't wait. Stay tuned for a Bionicle Fanon review of this model, and congratulations to Giru100 for winning the grand prize. Contact me for a custom commission, your Blacktron battle blades, your 16 different eye stalks, and of course, the grand prize, the dual molded teal and transparent blue Kanohi Hao, as well as the teal Nuva shoulder and chest armor. And well played by all. To end the video, I just wanted to talk through a small thing I made as a change to the way that we're doing things for this contest, specifically with the voting result data. Previously, I did not really release any of the voting results, mostly because I just didn't really have the time to put together all the files, but I figured why not, especially because of course all the votes are in, the winners are announced, why not release the files so you can know how you did. So here's how this works. MTNMC was really graciously able to provide a full set of voting code for me to use. Thank you again so much for doing that. I literally will not have been able to have ran these contests without that. Seriously, it would have been impossible to have run these without the code, so thank you so much to MTNMC for doing that. You can actually check out his GitHub link in the description below, which should provide you all of the instructions to actually run the code itself. But of course, on the Google Drive, which I have linked below for the Lariska Fanon contest vote data, you can actually go into the voting code and download all of the files. I believe the README file also explains how to use it, but essentially you just download this entire folder, leave this folder on your computer. The Python files and scripts kind of all interact with each other, so just kind of download that, put it in wherever you want to store it on your computer. Then you can actually run your terminal. You can do this on either a Mac or a PC, really any computer, and actually run the vote data itself. So for example, you can see the semifinals, quarterfinals, and the finals rounds here. So you can specifically go in and download the raw data, like S1, S2, and S3 are the raw data for the semifinals, and you can actually integrate those into the code itself to run the script to see exactly how you place. So I've gotten a lot of requests from folks to know exactly how they place in their own rounds, so this is going to make it really easy. Instead of me having to rerun it every time someone asks, frankly this makes it a lot easier for me as well, because you can simply just go yourselves and run the data. Again, the instructions are super clear on the README or on the GitHub link, where I'm just going to demonstrate it here right now as well. Just navigate to the folder the same way you would do it on any sort of terminal window, then go to the specific file that is create voter spreadsheet Google Forms. You enter the path to the input spreadsheet, so let's say for example finals.csv, and then we'll create a special file where you can see it created this file called raw vote data finals. That basically just formats it in the file it needs. And then you run the script that is find contest winners Tideman, aka the Tideman alternative voting method, which is how we vote. You then type in the name of that new file. You enter the prefix that you want your output to start with, so let's say L finals for Lariska finals, the desired number of winners, so let's say for example we want to find the first place winner. And then as you can see, it prints the eliminations in reverse order. So you can see we start off with the 9th place, 8th place, going all the way up to the top here. And again, for the top starting here, we have this first one, the 2nd place winner, 3rd place, 4th place, and so on. Super simple to see it, how it's laid out here. And you also can see each of the matches where you can see exactly how the voting works. So hopefully this will be a helpful tool to you to be able to know exactly how you did in your particular rounds. Again, you can just go in, find the round you're in, and run it yourself to see exactly how you did. So hopefully this will help.
Alright, and with that, we have announced the winners of the Lariska Bionicle Fanon contest. Congratulations to all of the builders who made it this far, and thank you so much to everyone who participated in this massive contest, of which there were over 120 entries. Now, I am so excited to get those prizes shipped out and made, so do contact me, especially if you are the winner of the grand prize, which was including a custom commission for a mask sculpt. Do let me know which one you want. Contact me via Discord is usually the easiest way to do so. I'll probably have already reached out to you by the time this video is out, so I can't wait to get that started for you. And thank you all so much for participating in the contest. Thank you all so much for tuning into Duckbricks, and be sure to like and subscribe for even more LEGO news, reviews, discussion, and analyses coming your way very soon. Thank you so much for participating in this contest. I can't wait to get those prizes shipped out, and bye for now.